Hi, everybody. Dan DeFedericis of Saratoga Report, and I am here with Rose Guanill, Saratoga Springs city resident. She happens to be the next door neighbor of Public Works Commissioner Chuck Marshall. This is sponsored content, but I've been endeavoring to find out a little about Chuck, both just as outside of his city hall life, and previously, in his younger years as well. In this case, talking to his next door neighbor, Miss Guanill. Thank you for joining us here in Saratoga Report. How are you doing today?
My pleasure. Fine. This
Okay,
is, yeah, lovely.
great. I'm actually out of state at the moment. What is going on there? Is the weather is it rainy? I understand it
It's
might be rainy.
raining, but we're happy with that because we've had a pretty dry July.
Okay,
So it's all good today. It's raining.
okay, yeah, we do need it in the reservoirs and so forth. So that is good. Terrific. Now you've been a next door neighbor of Chuck Marshall for a number of years, long before he was in office, because he's only been in office for a number of months now,
Mhm.
and you know him fairly well. You've interacted with him. Just the fact that you're willing to come on here with me today uh, says volumes, and I appreciate that. Chuck, you let me start this off. You, I asked you some general topics about integrity and intelligence and not being afraid to tackle issues. And you were nodding when we were talking offline earlier. Can you tell a little bit about Chuck in that realm? Because you've known him, living next door to him for a number of years. You know him fairly well.
Yeah, Chuck is a very decent young man. He's very compassionate. He likes to help wherever he can if he sees there's a need. He's the first to volunteer. He's always been kind and thoughtful as a neighbor, and he's helped me a great deal too. I had an issue with proper zoning of my property as a two-family, and he walked me through the whole process because he's, again, compassionate, and he saw that I was struggling, so he saw a need, so he went out of his way to help me fix it.
And
So he's
this
a good guy all around.
and I think you told me this was years ago, long before he was a
Yeah,
city council member.
he was just my neighbor, and he did that all just because he is who he is.
That's awesome. It must have thrilled you then to know that he was running
Oh,
for and eventually won the election to be a leader in this city.
yes. I used to call him Chuckles. Now I call him the commish. We're all very proud of him and very happy, and he's going to do a fabulous job because of who he is. We just know that.
That's great. And you mentioned when we spoke offline that crime was an important issue to you. And, although Chuck's as the executive head of the Department of Public Works, he's still one of the 5 voting members of the city council. So he certainly has sway on issues relating to public safety and crime and so forth. And you seem to have confidence that he will do things that are appropriate for the safety of this city. Do you want to expand a little bit on that?
Well, just based on who he is in general, when he sees something is broken, he wants to fix it. If he sees someone in need, he wants to help. It's just his nature. That's how he is as a husband and a father as well. But all of us neighbors, we all love Chuck for that reason. We feel safe. I feel safe, and I think he's just a good guy. That's really basically what it is. He
That's great.
cares.
We need good guys and good men, good women leading this city. And I think you've clearly identified that Chuck Marshall is definitely one of them. I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your time today to join us. And this was I found this to be insightful about him. I know Chuck. I've known him, but not well. And the interviews like this, I really find out about him. I didn't know him as a neighbor. I knew him as somebody that I really just played racquetball against years back, and we got to know each other a little bit, but not to this level. Not living next door to him. So thank you again for joining us today.
My
And
pleasure.
maybe we can do this again in October.
No problem.
Okay, take care, Rose.
Thank you. Bye now. How
Bye.
do I